Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Melanie. I do side hustle videos, passive income, entrepreneurship, and all things money. And today is a good one. We're going to talk about quick ways to get out of debt. So how do we get out of debt quickly and back on track and to better our credit score? So let's get right into the video. Number one is create a budget. You can't manage your budget if you haven't created one. You can't manage your finances and your money if you don't know where it's going. So I say this in all my videos, definitely create a budget so that you know exactly how much you're spending, how much is coming in, how much is going out. When you're in debt, you definitely want to look at the previous month and see, where am I spending all my money that I don't need to spend it, and that I can use that money to pay off debt that has accrued. So definitely create a budget. Number two, prioritize high interest debt. So when you're sitting down and you're doing your bills, look at all of the credit cards you have, the student loans, or whatever kind of loans you have, and organize them by highest to lowest interest. So when you do that, you can understand, okay, this loan is costing me 20% interest, and this one is only, or this credit card is only 5% interest. Prioritize and know which ones are costing you the most money. Number three, you can use two different methods to pay off debt. You can either use the Avalanche method or you can use the Snowball method. So the Avalanche method is just taking the highest interest and then paying that down while everything else just gets the minimum payment. And then the Snowball method is the other way. You pay off the smallest amount of debt first because it's the fastest, and then you work backwards from there. So you have to decide whichever one is best for you, whichever one your budget will allow. This is why you do your budget first, and whichever one is the highest priority. This is why the second step is to prioritize all of your debt. So if you have collections calls on one of your credit cards and they're really annoying, you might want to get rid of that credit card first. Or if you have a student loan bill that is really small and it's only 2%, you might want to get rid of that first. Or if you have a $10,000 credit card bill and it's 26%, you might want to get rid of that one first. That's why you decide how much money you're bringing in, how much you can dedicate to debt payoff, and then figure out whether you want to do Avalanche or whether you want to do Snowball. And then sometimes it's not always about drilling down, looking at your budget, and then pulling out money that you have extra in order to pay off debt. Sometimes we just don't make enough money to pay off all of the debt that we've accrued. So definitely look into getting a side hustle, getting a part-time job, and just dedicating all the income from the side hustle or the part-time job to the debt payoff, because maybe your full-time job is not enough to pay off the debt quickly or to pay off the debt at all. So I have a lot of videos on side hustles. This channel has many videos on side hustles, and I'll put a few in the links down below so that you can get started looking up side hustles that you might want to try in order to pay off some of this debt quicker. Number six, you can also negotiate with creditors. A lot of people don't know that creditors just want you to pay something. So say, for example, they're calling you about a $5,000 debt, and you don't have $5,000, but you have $3,000. You can maybe negotiate with them and say, well, this is what I have. I'll give it all to you now, and then wipe everything out, stop calling me. Or you could say, I have $1,000 and I'll give you $1,000 now, and then we'll set up a payment plan so you guys can get something. Creditors are definitely willing to negotiate with you so that they can get some of their money back. If you guys want me to do a video on how to talk to creditors and try to get your balance lower, then let me know down in the comments and I will make that video. Number seven is avoid new debt. So while you're in the process of paying off debt, don't go out and get new debt. So this goes all the way back to number one when I said create a budget. If you've created a budget and you are sticking to that budget, then you will not be creating new debt in the process of your paying all of your old debt off. So even after you pay your old debt off, this budget will help you kind of stay on track so that you don't create new debt and get into the same situation that you're in right now. Number eight is use windfalls wisely. So what does that mean? That means that when you do get some surprise money or some extra money, don't think of it as extra money. Think of it as money to help you pay off your debt. Because even if you take that extra money and you buy whatever you're going to buy, you still are getting charged interest from all of the debt that you have. So definitely take any extra money or surprise money that you may get and put it towards your debt, like income tax refund or winnings from something, whatever it is. Make sure you use it to pay off your debt because that's what you're working toward. Number 9, consider debt consolidation. Some people have so many different credit cards that they just need to have it organized into one place and they can just ship off one payment to one company. Consider debt consolidation when the debt is just there. It's just too high. There's too many different interest rates. There's too many different balances. If you do that, then it'll be easier for you to pay it off because it'll be organized into one sum in one place. So if you're the type of person that can't organize all of the different debts that you have, like all the credit cards, all the loans, all the whatever it is, then definitely think of debt consolidation so that everything is just in one place for you and you can just mail off one payment each month and be done with it. But finally, after all of these tips, you are going to need some self-control with spending. Look at how you got into debt firstly, and then make moves to not return to debt once you've paid all your debt off. Paying off your debt will definitely boost your credit score. If you guys want me to do a video on how to boost your credit score, what are the components that decide your credit score and how it helps you the most to have a good credit score, then also let me know down in the description below. I really want these tips to help you guys out. Comment and let me know which tip helped you guys out the most, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.